just changing my spark plugs. I just wanted to share something that might help with this clip. If you're going to change, if you're going to pull this thing out and clean the oil off of there. So, because I was struggling a little bit, I just wanted to post a video. So this one I got off. I've done it before and it's easy. With this one, you want to push right here at the top, push it down. You don't want to depress on the sides at all, or you don't want to depress at the bottom either. So you just take a screwdriver and push this thing down. It's already halfway out, as you can see. I didn't push it back on, so normally it sits in there further. So the inside of that clip, when I don't know if this is a good angle. So it's up. The white in the center is up far enough that that holds it on when it's locked in position. And then you take this and press it down out of the way. That's supposed to be enough. Right there. There we go. That's supposed to be enough to take it and pull it out. Like I said, when it's in the up position, it's just that far up and it's being locked on there. That's not the challenging one. The challenging one is this guy right here. That clip right there is the clip that's just supposed to basically lock this whole thing onto the, what do they call this one? Throttle body, onto the throttle body. So there doesn't seem to be any proper method, you know, so I suggest that you own a pick, and that's this tool right here. You know, they have different forms on them. You don't need it this long, but so you have to, it seems, get in there and grab right here and pull forward, and the same thing down there at the bottom is that you have to be able to get down and grab it right there. And it helps if you can actually seemingly maybe even pull up and pull back at the same time. Anyways, if someone else has found a way that's suggested to remove this, then please post a comment. I find it useful. So right through here, there's that little space right in there. This clip is basically halfway off right now, so all I would have to do at this point is pull it back, but right now it's usually tight there and tight at the bottom. So I don't know, I was trying to theorize on what holds this thing in here, and I guess we'll find out. But I was getting into here. I don't know if this is the right way. The thing about that part right there is it doesn't seem to move in or out at all, you know, when you press on it. So anyway, so I had got in behind right there and was pushing this black piece out. It doesn't really seem to move, so you know, I'd also tried to pull this black piece. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you what worked for me. I was in here holding this in there, get this pick, and then, you know, pull it back. Because it's off, I'm gonna pull it off and see if there's some attaching point or something like that. See if I can get in there with my fingers and not have it in the video. I hugely grab the pick. Okay, so there's the pick. in there. It seems you want to wedge out the bottom a little bit and then wedge out the top. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and hold the video camera at the same time. There's the bottom. There's the top. You got to remember this has already been unlodged from its roots where it's clipped in, so it's not going to be this easy for you unless you get it started. So here's the clip as it goes in. So if we can look at that, what would keep that in there? What would keep that in there? Doesn't seem like much. There's no logical thing. It may perhaps. It looks like the only thing I can see is that starting point right there, if that would have anything to do with where it would be held in. And if that's the truth, then put this clip down. Then it seems as if, like I said, there's very little leeway. Well, you know why? I can see half the clip broken in there. There it is, right there. I can see something in there that was broken in the future. There it came out. Okay, so my clip is broken. Anyways, it's not going to be attached back on there. Okay, so now that we're looking at this, how much movement is there in this thing? It's like very little movement. Press it in. Very little movement, and then if I were to go, sorry, I was hoping this would be as useful as possible. So I'm gonna say, boy, that thing that broke off, would it have been sticking through here? Perhaps. I believe, so I'm trying to be helpful here, sorry that this is time wasted. I believe that that piece that broke off of the clip, the gray clip, that little piece, once it was pushed in past here and made it past, would then flick forward past right here. So I believe, what else can I tell you? Spark plug change is what I was doing. I'm gonna clean the throttle body. This one's the challenging 10mm bolt to clear. You can undo this and undo this and undo this and pull this back as much as you can. I would suggest getting a, you don't have to, but you can wedge in something else, a 10mm, one of these guys for that, you know, and then you can go and do all these guys. What else can I say here? So yeah, let's see if I can pull out this electrical now that it's out. It's just one hand. Sorry, how do I do this and let you guys see it? Okay, now it's simple. That was easy. So the only thing that shoot, the only thing that really holds that in there well is the clip. Okay, so that right there, okay, that's the answer. And that goes in. It will go into this guy. Let's see here. There we go. That feeds past there. That lines it up. Okay, so as far as getting that out, then you would obviously want this to move that way so that it cleared off of that. So in order to get that to move that way, you'd have to get in here and press. So you can see you have to press this. You can see it in action. You press this, you see it moving, press, and that will have it come off of this point right here. So there's that guy. Press, it's moving forward, see? And then that white, that gray clip, whatever that came out, I guess it just prevents this from moving back and forth, so it doesn't come off. But anyways, it seems, let's see, when I push this thing in, did it lock in there? Yeah, it seems locked in there. Okay, so, okay, good news. That white clip that's there doesn't seem massively important. So if it breaks, don't worry, because that one, as long as it's not stressed, should hold this thing in there fine. I already wiped this down a little bit, but there's the throttle body, and I already wiped it a little bit, but it's a little bit dirty. I got obviously this whole plenum off of here, so I'm gonna just take the time to, there's one bolt right here, one bolt right here, looks like it's 10 mil as well, one bolt right there, one bolt right there, and the gasket from GM, the original one, is reusable. So that's the lineup mark to make sure. There's a little slot in the plastic here, so that's the lineup mark. It has to go through the slot, and just make sure to remember to put this one back on, of course. One more thing, when you're cleaning the throttle body out, remember to hit the top of that copper looking plate. So along this top edge, it's easy to forget that, but of course that's where it would close against the aluminum body. So clean all the way around that one, don't forget. So yeah, I wiped it by hand, and if you're gonna really go to town on it, there's throttle body cleaner spray. Use that stuff, don't use other stuff. So go and buy throttle body cleaner spray. And yeah, there's no, this is a 2005 GMC Canyon, and I had a 2004. There's no relearn process that's necessary for the throttle body, so that's not a problem. You can take it out, disconnect the wiring, put it back in, and you're not going to have a relearn process. So I think that's all I really wanted to indicate. Let me put this thing down, and as you can see right there is the green gasket. Just leave it in there as it is. Make sure there's no crap around it. That sort of thing. You can stick your hand in there carefully and wipe in here if you find it necessary, and just don't get any dirt along there. Just one last thing, we're putting this plenum, I believe it's called, back in there. Just to remember, so I'm going to put this down. That rubber hose right there, just remember to make the connection that you can see right there to right here. I think that's for positive crankcase ventilation. So there's a hose right there. So when you're taking it off, also, you'll be undoing this bolt and this bolt. And so try not to yank it off without knowing that you got to get in there. If it's never been off, you might have to get something in to grab right here and lift it off. You know, mine's not tight in there. It was coming in and off easily, and it doesn't need a clamp on it, so there's no clamp. It's just friction fit. Also, this 12-inch, I believe it's a 12-inch extension, 3/8 extension, is the best thing to use to get into these bolts down here. Just that if you're going in with this and a small little bit, the head on this won't let you get in here and into there, so that worked well for me. And then lastly, I've done this a few times, or at least once, where I forgot to take this and connect this back in here. So I think that's one of the last connections. Just pushes in like that. That's back on. That's back on. Clip went back in there. Okay. So down in there, you'll get all, best to put all this back in here first before tightening this. And then I just got needle nose and grabbed the air tube, that flexible rubber tube, before this was tightened down, you know, lifted up a little bit and grabbed the remainder of it when it was already centered on that tube and pushed it down real tight. It's important that it be really tight and not be leaking air.